Your cat has been watching you, not just now, for the past hour, while you made coffee, while you crossed the room, while you sat down and picked up your phone. The moment you looked up and caught their eye, they looked away, calm, unhurried, as if they hadn't been watching at all. Most people read that as indifference, a cat being a cat, aloof, self-contained, mildly bored by your existence. That's not what's happening. The way your cat sees you, what you actually are to them, how they've categorized you in their social world, is something researchers only worked out relatively recently, and it's not what most people expect. The common assumption? Cats are solitary animals. They tolerate humans because we feed them, but they don't really need us, not the way dogs do. And there's something true in that. Cats did not evolve as pack animals. They didn't develop the deep social wiring that dogs have, but that doesn't mean they see us as simply useful. A second explanation: cats see humans as a kind of threat. Large, unpredictable, occasionally grabby. And the whole relationship is really just negotiated tolerance. Closer. But it still doesn't explain why cats seek us out, why they sleep near us, why they headbutt us, why, when something frightens them, they move toward the human, not away. The real picture is stranger than either of these. So let's go deeper. Here is the thing researchers discovered that changes how you read your cat. Your cat is not treating you like a human. It's treating you like a cat. A very large, somewhat clumsy, not particularly well-groomed cat, but a cat. When cats live together, they headbutt to exchange scent and signal trust. They groom each other's heads. They slow blink. They bring each other prey. Watch what your cat does with you. The slow blink, the headbutt against your leg, the occasional dead mouse left somewhere, you'll definitely find it. That's not random behavior, that's social behavior, cat social behavior, directed at you. Your cat has a social category for you. It's just not the one you assumed. It's not what most people expect. Cats were not domesticated the way dogs were. Dogs were brought in, bred, and shaped deliberately over thousands of years. The process was intentional. Cats mostly did it themselves. Around 10,000 years ago, when humans began farming and storing grain, rodents came. And where rodents came, wild cats followed. The cats that could tolerate being near us, that didn't flee, had access to more food and better odds. Over generations, those were the cats that survived. Nobody selected for a cat that would bond with humans. The cats selected themselves. The result is an animal that is still, in most of its wiring, a solitary wild cat, but one that learned to apply its social behavior to us. It's chosen to treat you like one of its own anyway. The cat watching you from across the room is the distant descendant of an animal that stood at the edge of a fire and decided the strange large creatures were worth getting closer to. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University put cats in an unfamiliar room with a strange object and watched what happened when their owner was present versus absent. The cats with their owners showed lower stress. They were more willing to explore, more willing to approach the unfamiliar thing. This is called the secure base effect. The same thing you see in human infants. A child explores more confidently when a trusted adult is nearby, not because the adult is doing anything, just because they're there. Stranger-provided comfort largely didn't work. The stress reduction was specific to the person the cat had a relationship with. Kristen Vitale, who led the research, has spent years studying the cat-human bond. Her conclusion: cats form genuine attachments to specific people, and those attachments shape how they experience the world. Your cat is not tolerating you. It is, in its own way, attached to you. Once you understand how cats see us, 3 everyday behaviors start to mean something different. The slow blink. In cat social language, a slow blink toward another cat signals, "I'm relaxed, I trust you." When your cat does it to you, they're communicating. Research shows that when humans slow blink back, cats are more likely to approach. Try it. The cat will often blink back. The gift. Cats bring prey to cats they're bonded to. When your cat brings you something dead, or a toy, or occasionally just a leaf, it's the same gesture. Directed at you because you're in the category. The headbutt, scent exchange between bonded cats, your cat rubbing its face against you is marking you. Not territorially, but socially. You smell like them now. That's intentional. If your cat does none of these, that's not unusual. Some cats have lower social engagement and some bonds take longer. The absence isn't rejection. Every one of these is your cat speaking to you in the only social language it has. Most cats navigate the relationship with their humans from a position of reasonable ease, curious, sometimes distant, occasionally demanding, but fundamentally settled. But there's a version worth knowing about. A cat that approaches you but never quite arrives. That follows you from room to room but sits just out of reach. This isn't indifference. It's ambivalence. The cat hasn't fully resolved how safe the relationship is. It can come from early life. Cats not well socialized with humans in their first weeks carry a wariness that doesn't fully go away. It can also come from something that changed in their world, a move, a new person, a shift in routine. The difference from normal distance is the wanting. A genuinely uninterested cat doesn't follow you. This cat follows. It just hasn't decided yet whether to close the last bit of space. The gap between following and arriving is where a lot of the work in a cat-human relationship actually lives. Your cat is not confused about what you are. You're not another cat. You're clearly something else. Too large, wrong smell, terrible at grooming yourself. But sometime over the last 10,000 years, cats worked out that the category of trusted other, the category that gets the slow blink, the headbutt, the gift, the choosing to be near, didn't have to be limited to other cats. You qualified. The watching from across the room, the following from room to room, the pressing against you on the sofa without making a fuss about it. None of that is what indifference looks like. That's what trust looks like in an animal that gives it slowly and doesn't announce it. Still, quiet, already decided. If this changed how you see the way your cat watches you, there's something in dogs worth looking at through the same lens. Your dog stays close to you, not just when you call them, not just at meal times, but constantly quietly, in a way that's so consistent you've probably stopped noticing it. Most people assume it's loyalty, or training, or simple habit. But the reason a dog keeps closing the distance between you goes back much further than any of that. And it's not really about loyalty at all. That's next.